Right, let's begin in Ekiti State in southwest Nigeria, where the political leaders are jettisoning bitter politics. The candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the June 2022 governorship election in the state, BisiKolawole, has commended the governor, BiodunOyebanji, for his remarkable achievements within 200 days in office. BisiKolawole said the governor had demonstrated visionary and purposeful leadership so far. And the PDP governorship candidate, who said that the governor is committed to the progress and development of the state, added that Governor Oyebanji should be supported by all to ensure that his vision for development transcends party politics and egocentric tendencies. Babajide, let's begin with you on this now. What's your assessment, or what do you think are the notable achievements that Governor Oyebanji did in his first 200 days in office?
You know, let's even start with his brand of politics. The people who contested against him, who took him to court, he reached out to them, visited them, hugged them, starting with Shegwoni, then Bimbo Daramola. In fact, when they met Bimbo Daramola, journalists asked Bimbo that, does it mean you could end up in the APC? And he said, if we have a governor who is doing well, why not? We want to team up with such a governor so that the progress of the state can continue. And then he also visited Kolawole, who was the candidate of the PDP in the governorship election. So beyond even his performing his role as governor, he is showing that he's an apostle of politics without bitterness, which the late Waziri was known for in the Second Republic. You know, Waziri was the founder of the GNPP in those days, which controlled parts of the Northeast. You know, it was one of the dominant parties at that time. So he has really impressed people by the way he's trying to carry everybody along. As far as he's concerned, everyone should join him in building the state, and he's not, he doesn't have bitterness or animosity in his heart. He's just reaching out to these people, and at the rate he's going, Ekiti could eventually become a one-party state because his methods are working. You will find that even one of the reasons Ashwaju got tremendous votes in Ekiti was the role of the governor, because the governor is not behaving like the leader of the APC in the state. He's behaving like the leader of all. He's drawing everyone close to himself. And even debts that had been there, had piled up in terms of welfare of workers, he's gone ahead to clear them. And he has this attitude of personally supervising projects. You know, the way Fauci used to go around and physically present at project sites, he also has that. And he attends the meetings of the APC at ward level. So he's just
present.
Yes, you just know that this is a grassroots person, and he is accessible. He doesn't want to be a governor that people will find it difficult to get to him. So by attending APC meetings, even at ward level, you can imagine the kind of politics that he favors. You know, so and I'm not surprised the way it's been
celebrated.
Yes, in Ekiti State, because he has brought a refreshing style to governance, and everyone can see that this is a governor with a difference. And I'm confident that beyond even the welfare of workers, that for which is being praised, is going to also deliver in terms of infrastructure development and other areas, because with people on his side, with the people on his side, he's a winner.
Right. Dari, from what BKO stated, he describes Oyebanji as a governor with a difference and someone who is ready to bring all sides together. But what are some of the key contributing factors you would say are aiding his success and progress in Ekiti State?
The major factor is the fact that Oyebanji has been a grassroots politician all his life. One thing people should always remember when you talk about him and Ekiti State is that way back, shortly before the creation of Ekiti State, Oyebanji was the youngest among the then Ekiti leaders of thought that fought and agitated for the creation of that state. As a youngster, he was right there in the middle. In fact, at the point, he was the secretary of that body that struggled for the creation of Ekiti State. So he knows Ekiti State. He was there at the very beginning when the state was created, and he has always been around contributing his quota either in politics or in community development. And his politics has always been that of locality. He plays local politics. He is a grassroots person, and he's still displaying it. Like BKO said, since his emergence as governor, he has not stopped attending the meeting of his ward. The APC at his ward level. And anytime the local government level is called, he will be there in his local government. So it will be easy to assess such a governor for the people, for the party, and even for non-partisan people of the state. So his uniqueness stems from his brand of politics, the grassroots type of politics that takes him next door to the people. He's just next door to every average Ekiti man. And that's something that is real. If you look at his governance too, you will see the calmness of Niyi Adebayo. You will see that suaveness of the immediate past governor. And yet, that energy, authority, that sagacity of Fayose. So he's more or less, like Biko said, a governor who will want to personally supervise projects on hand. He wants to see how you are doing it. That you can attribute to Fayose. And when it comes to being detailed about what do we want to do and why we want to do it, you give that to Fayemi. And that's maybe because he served in Fayemi's administration. He's continuing that we must know what and why style. And then with the people, in his relationship with the people, both within and outside the party, he is calm. I've met him on occasions. I've had the opportunity of interviewing, and we ask him, how is it easy for him to relate with it? Because you are talking with him, he's receiving phone calls, and you will know that those phone calls are from the very grassroots, from the people on the street or in the villages. And where he needs to speak English, he will do. Then before you know it, he will switch to his local dialect. And he's communicating about issues that even some local government chairman will feel, why are you calling me? Call your councillor. So he's a governor with a difference, and he's bringing about what Ekiti actually needs, because Ekiti is one of the most divided states politically over the years. Since Adebayo left and Fayose came in the first term, Ekiti has been quite divided. But here is a governor who feels there won't be anything wrong if we all belong to one political party and we all move Ekiti forward. And with the way it's going, I want to agree with BKO. With the way it's going, he has spoken to Oni. Daramola is listening to him. Now, Kolawole is visiting him. Note that he earlier visited Kolawole immediately after the election to tell him nobody lost, nobody won. Let's come together and do this. So I think he's somebody to talk about. And if he continues in this manner, then Ekiti is the better for it.
Right. So BKO, how does this transcend to improvement of infrastructural development in Ekiti State, which is what the people will definitely want to hear?
Yes, I was going to that. Nearly all the roads in Ado Ekiti, the state capital, have received attention, and all within a short time. And of course, nightlife in Ekiti has picked up rapidly because of the Light Up Ekiti project that he instituted. So these are little steps being taken, But the welfare of the workers, Ekiti is a civil service state. They have manpower in every area. That's where you find hundreds of professors, Ekiti and Okunland in Kogi State. They have the highest number of professors in our country. So he is already addressing, knowing that the state is a peculiar one, it's a civil service state, he is clearing salary arrears, deduction from workers' salaries, is paying back leave bonuses that he inherited. He is clearing those leave bonuses. Those were among the first things that he did. You know, workers have dependents. If you take good care of workers, then people will be able to say you got your politics right. If you turn against workers, or workers have reason to suspect that you are not on their side, you will not win an election, except if you rig. Because somehow, workers represent the voice of the people. They may not be more than 20,000 or 200,000 in a state, but they aggregate the views and the thinking of the majority. When a former governor, when it appeared like he wanted to sack local government workers, he was not re-elected. Look at what happened even in Osun. Civil servants turned against the governor. And the rest is history. So
people first.
Yes, you have to take care of those people, take care of their welfare.
Right.
They are the engine of growth in the state. The civil service drives development in any state.
Right. Point taken there. Let's quickly move on to our next issue of discussion, where we just have few months after the elections